Joined with head men's and women's swimming and diving coach Jon Lederhouse as his team gets ready to open up competition this weekend. And Jon, your team comes off of sweeping the CCIW championships again. You get points on both sides, both genders at the CCIW or at the NCAA championship meet. How do you build on last year's success on both sides?
Well, you build on it if you can get everyone that's come back to improve, and if you can pick up freshmen to replace all of the high-quality seniors that you lost.
With the run of success that you guys have had at the conference meets and continuing to hold off and battle with the likes of Carthage and Illinois Wesleyan and Rose-Hulman there at the top of the conference, how does your team continue to have that kind of success in winning the conference meet every year?
Okay, fortunately, God gives us good recruits who get better, and that's kind of the key to our success over the years.
As you come back into the season, what are some of the expectations you have first for your team and for both your women's and men's teams?
Expectations that I have this year is to see everybody improve their personal bests in every one of their events. That's the goal. And then depending on how much we can improve, that'll determine how many points we can score in the conference and national meets.
What are some of the expectations you have for some of your individual swimmers?
Well, we're returning Kirsty Nitz, who, if she's healthy this year at the NCAA meet, I think she'll be in contention to win up to 3 individual events in there. Our relays for the women will again be strong on that. Other individuals returning, Erin Bagley last year set a pair of breaststroke records and scored at the national meet. She's back and looking to see some improvement out of her. Katie Deischer set the school record in the 400 IM and scored at the national meet, so she's back again and we're looking forward to that. All the girls that swam on our scoring relays free relays are back. We're missing one of our girls from the 400 medley, so that'll be a challenge to replace her. In the conference, we're returning a fair number of our high scorers from that, although we did graduate some significant seniors. So the women on the conference level, I think, will be very strong. We're not quite as powerfully deep as we've been in the past on the women's side in the conference meet, so I don't know if all of our girls will be able to score at the conference meet, but we're returning enough good ones. And we picked up a standout freshman, Kayla Roberson, who has virtually the same times in her specialty events as Erin Bagley. So that'll be some very exciting races for us in the individual medley and breaststroke races with those 2 gals.
What about on the men's side? Who really stands out for you?
On the men's side, we're returning Will McCauley, who scored last year in the 1650 and set 4 school records. He's back, and he's our biggest returnee. We're also returning Jack Raymond, who was runner-up at conference in the 50 free. We're returning Zach Chopin, who is a multiple top 8 finalist. We're returning Johnny Layton, Nick Paulgini, and the Clement brothers. So those are all very strong performers for us at the conference level. We graduated, though, quite a few, and we're not returning one of our standouts from last year, Elliot Penson, who won 3 events at the conference meet, including conference records and national qualifying, got injured this summer, so he won't be back for another year. So our men's side, we are significantly weaker than we've been. In fact, this is the first time since the 90s we've had fewer than 20 guys on our roster. And we'll be hard-pressed to get all of our guys scoring at the conference meet as well. So the conference meet, I'm not saying we're favored on that. I think we're going to be fighting for maybe second place this year in that meet. But again, last year we were the underdogs going into it, and the guys stepped up and they won. So I'm not going to count them out.
Obviously, you've mentioned one of them, but who are some of the impact freshmen you have coming in, or some of your newcomers?
Okay, for the guy freshmen, we have 3 quite strong ones. We have Chris Dingfield from Florida, who's a very good IMer and butterflyer. We have Addison Cohen, a very good backstroker from the Colorado Springs area. And then we have a freshman from Tennessee, Jack O'Connor, who's a very good sprinter. So those 3 should be impact players to start.
What about on the women's side? Who are some of your impact players?
Well, Kayla is our only impact qualifier, someone who should be for sure top 8. And we have a large freshman class of girls, about 10 additional freshman girls who should be able to score consolation finals in the conference meet for us. We also picked up a freshman girl diver, Abby, I'm losing her last name, her dad, Prince, there you go. Her dad dove for us many years ago. Abby Prince, who I think should be quite capable of winning the conference meet in diving.
What is the change in the way the diving has impacted CCIW championships overall done to kind of the impact of you trying to bring in divers?
Well, I'm not trying to bring in divers. You need to have a diving program and a diving coach. But Abby chose to come. Diving at the CCIW has been scored now for about 5 years or 6 years, but it's not an impact. It's about the same number of kids on each board from the schools and about the same caliber of diving.